Check my platforms. All right. Looks like we are. Let's see. All right. Looks like we are there. What is going on? So, what do y'all feel like? If they were to trade, if there was going to be a trade, said yes. Do you think that the Houston Rockets can survive? Now, bro, I think I might be with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been watching, and they've been looking good. John Wall was looking good. Demarcus Cousins been looking good. And when you look at their roster, let's go look at their roster. Hold on. Let me pull up their roster so we can take a look to see who they would still have. Now, mind you, if they trade James Harden, they may not get James Harden back, but they're going to get something back. You know what I mean? It's not like they just going to get back a dub. So you add that to what they already have, and I'm still getting that for you. There we go. So let me. Chemistry from their Duke days, man. Listen, Ed Gordon is still nice. That's a fact. 3 first-round draft picks that they trade. Yeah, so now if James Harden was to stay, how would you feel? That's another question. If James Harden was to actually stay, because I don't know what you don't know the inner workings. He might just be done with the team, and if I had to stay with, but I think he's on contract for like another 2 years, so he literally has to force a trade. You know what I mean? But he might start playing with these guys. He might be like, hey, but if I had the chance to go to Brooklyn, you know what I mean, I would go too. But you're not a free agent, James. Sorry, you're not a free agent. So. But I think if they were to pull off a trade, I think the Rockets could survive without them, man. I think they'll be I think they could be a decent 5th seed, 6th seed, still with the team that they have now. Who's their head coach? Steven Silas. They fired your boy D'Antoni. Where did D'Antoni land anywhere? I can believe they can still do it. Yeah, that's a fact. So, James Harden is still on contract. They can still keep him. They don't have to trade him. If he wants to get real funky, he could not play and everything else. But I was watching an interview with John Wall. John Wall was saying him and James Harden are friends. And, I'll be like, yo, James, come on, bro. You know what I mean? What you doing, man? So they might be a little better. Yeah, so moral of the story, I think they will. I think they can survive. I think they'll be, a pretty decent team. They already have a great pieces. John Wall is going to remind us what he is. Is he a superstar? Is he what? Is the injuries? Like I said, he's been looking good so far. But DeMarcus Cousins is going to show us, I don't know. I think in technology, I don't think injuries are what they once were, how injuries used to be. You know what I mean? I think injuries, with technology and everything else, all this training, rehabbing, that they're able to get you to places that, we weren't able to get to before. So these guys are coming back stronger. They're coming back leaner, ready to go. So I think overall, if they were to make the trade, I think Houston will still be, a good team. So what do y'all think? Anybody else got anything to add to the convo? More Chuck World to get them healthier. Exactly. So, and then with what did he tore? He tore an Achilles or ACL. But a lot of times with the tendons, once they heal, especially like with the Achilles, it ends up healing, back stronger than it actually was beforehand. So some good rehab. These guys have millions and millions of dollars with the training. Even after he got waived by the Lakers, he was still able to use their training facilities. So Boogie might be ready to go for real. So I think they still do good either way. I think they can survive without James Harden. If they were to keep James Harden, they have some pieces. If a Boogie and if John Wall can stay healthy, and that is asking a lot. So if I was James Harden and I said, well, shit, if they get injured, that means I'm pretty much going to be SOL. If you lose Boogie, you lose John Wall, then this is not even a playoff squad. You know what I mean? Or maybe an 8th seed, luckily. And then James got to do a whole hell of a lot of work. If you go somewhere like Brooklyn, not so much work. But how do you share that many basketballs? That's the other thing that, we're trying to figure out with the whole Brooklyn situation. But, these dudes is ballers, man. So, I feel like if James was to go to Brooklyn, he had to completely deal with his ego. You know what I mean? He had to completely deal with his ego, already understand that there's going to be certain sacrifices. So he already done made peace with those demons. You know what I mean? But the overall for this particular piece of content was talking about will they survive without James Harden. And I think the final thing is, yeah, they could survive. They get some pieces back. They could be a 7 to 6 seed. You know what I mean? He won't get that much burn on BK. I mean, he's gonna get burned. He's just not gonna get touches. You know what I mean? It's 48 minutes on the floor, so he's gonna be out there on the floor. You might not have the basketball in your hands as much as you used to. That's for Sheezy. But these guys can figure it out, man. We get to see some fun basketball, like a prime Kevin Durant, a prime Kyrie, and a prime James Harden on one team. Like, that's some fun stuff. So I think that's pretty much it that I got for this one, man. I'm gonna take a look at what else is happening in the landscape. I definitely want to get into some business stuff too. I think that's coming around 8. We're gonna do a business live. So if you haven't, King Rod Thriver on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment, so you get up to date with all the content that's coming out. And once again, you guys put out your own content. We're all our own content machines. You know what I mean? We're in a place in this world where people's opinions is mattering. Content is king. You're able to literally come on here and create shows for yourself, going straight to the internet. So follow suit, man. I'm on here just talking stuff that I normally would pick up the phone, but I'm putting it out the internet. This is my network. These are my channels. We all are putting out media. What type of media are you putting out on your channels? And then, the other content that we come out with, the marketing content, is talking about how to monetize it. So we'll be getting into that later, around 8. I think me and my boy Seuss Villiano is going to get on here. We're going to drop some AKA sauces, we like to call it. Those of y'all who want to learn how to beat the quarantine, learn how to make some coins from the crib off your own content. You remember Pay Me in Coins? You know what I mean? Pay Me in Coin. Crypto's going crazy. But yeah, guys, unless anybody else got anything to add to the conversation, what should we talk about next video? Basketball wise, what's happening? What y'all want to hear about? What y'all want to chop up about next video? It's a lot happening. I think it's some preseason games on right now that I'm gonna check out. You dig? All right. Well, I guess that's it for this show. Stay tuned to the next one, and I'll catch y'all later. You want to talk about the Knicks? Why you trying to torture me, man? Why you trying to torture me? We'll see. Maybe the Knicks. The Warriors now. Now that's some good stuff. You see Steph Curry coming back with the braids. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about braided Steph Curry. That is for shizzle. Oh, LaMelo Ball. Definitely got to talk about LaMelo because I'm in Charlotte. So, the type of buzz he's bringing to the city already is getting crazy. So, all right, man. My peoples. Rob, always appreciate you as always, rocking. And you already know what we on. So catch y'all on the next one.